morning, we went through the night, we went through the sunrise, and now I'm about to brush my teeth just before we leave at 7:15. Hours through the high Atlas from Merzouga, from the desert. 13 hours of painstaking journey on a tiny little bus. I feel dreadful, but here we are at the world famous enchanted Jiena El Fnas. I'm only just stopping by here in Marrakech. One night just around the corner in a little terribly uncomfortable little hotel. Tomorrow off to Essaouira, and then out of the 3 objectives that I had, I have fulfilled 2. Seen Fez, seen the desert. Now let's see if I can get to kitesurf, but let's just show you around the market a little. Yes, another morning. Just woke up. It's in Marrakech. Gonna grab a quick taxi to the bus terminal, from where there is a 3-hour bus ride to Essaouira. So yes, this is the little coffin I'm pulling behind me everywhere I go. But after all, I'm traveling for 5 weeks, so I needed proper equipmentation. I just made that word up. So in the bus, just about. So, well, the ticket works. It's you pay 60 dirhams to the man who's gonna give you the ticket, and then so this is the route from Marrakech to Essaouira. 60 dirhams for the actual ticket, and then you get to the bus. They charge you 20 dirham for luggage costs. So it comes up to like 80 dirhams for the 3-hour ride between Marrakech and Essaouira. Yes, I wasn't feeling 100%. I have this cold and sore throat from the air-conditioned bus. And so once I arrived at Essaouira, I spent 3 hours just napping and resting. But now I've started to feel a little bit better. I grabbed something to eat, and somehow I ended up at the fish market. So what better thing to do, just look around and see what today's catch is. Probably I'm not gonna buy anything because the smell is very off-putting and I don't have the facilities to cook. Hey, welcome to Essaouira, very popular destination. It has a very pretty Medina. As you can see, it's surrounded by a fortification. I will show you around in the Medina later or sometime tomorrow. But the original intent coming down here was to try kite surfing, so we're gonna have to ask some information about that. But for now, the fish market, the fishery next to Essaouira. Nice one. Your names?
I'm Loch.
Loch? And?
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Where do you come from before you arrived in Morocco?
We were in France, and we've been in Spain and in Italy. And he's from Peru, and I'm French.
Yeah.
And we're together. We're traveling together for a couple of years now.
Jesus, where did you meet?
In Peru.
In Peru.
On a boat on the Amazon.
Nice. And then you've been coming with her back to Europe, and then. Ah, so you don't speak English.
Viniste aquí a Europa.
Pues a conocer el mundo, hermano. Pues el mundo es de nosotros y hay que conocerlo.
The world is ours and it's ours to know.
Exactly.
So
Beautiful.
we'll travel for this.
Jupiter and
Loch.
Loch. And Essaouira. Like, I just arrived in Essaouira. What brings you guys here? It's the beach? It's the coast?
It's the visa.
that?
The visa. We had to go out of Europe because of the visa to come back. And so we came here because, yes, for the beach, for the sun, for the coolness. Because it's not like Marrakech.
No, Marrakech is very busy. It's crazy. All right, I don't want to rob your time because there's just one-way communication. But thank you very much for your...
Gracias.
Thank you.
We're on a rental and instructors and rental shop on the coast, and they told me I'm really unlucky. Usually it's always windy around these parts, but for the next 3 days it's on kite surfable weather, so there is no wind, nothing. The whole coast is dead. Nuku, I should be coming back next week, but by that time I shall be gone, and so I'm afraid kite surfing remains a thing for the future. It's such a shame. Like, I was so close to fulfill my three obligations for which reason I came to Morocco. But okay, I'm gonna see what else I can do in Essaouira. Fill up my Saturday, that is tomorrow, with some sort of activity, and then Sunday when I check out, I think I'm just gonna book an earlier flight from Fez back to Europe, and we shall continue the journey from there. But before that, let's see what the tomorrow brings. I hope I can come across some sort of a cool activity. I saw that I could rent maybe a quad bike and like ride out to the small, like close proximity. But we shall see. Now I should eat something.